All right, we are joined by Kansas State head coach Jeff Mittie, student athletes Gabby Gregory and Ayoka Lee. Coach, if you could make a opening statement.
Sure. Well, proud of my group for really playing an excellent basketball game. We played well enough to win. We just came up on the short end. I thought it was an outstanding, physical, competitive game. We didn't get off to the best of starts, but we sure battled back and fought hard and did a lot of really, really good things. Really proud of this group and disappointed with the result today. But as I told them in the locker room, I'd be ashamed about that one. You've left it on the floor. You play like that in the NCAA tournament, you'll have every opportunity to advance. And so proud of our group. We made a lot of big plays. Texas just made a few more.
All right, questions for Ayoka or Gabby? All right, right here in the front right.
Yeah, I think we showed a lot of people tonight, just our competitive fight, our fire. I think, obviously Texas is a really, really physical, strong team, and I think that we just fought right until the end. Just like Coach said, we made a lot of really great plays. They just made a few more.
Okay, on the back platform.
For both Ayoka, I know a lot of the attention was on you, which it always is throughout your years here, but just how did you work to fight through that? And Gabby, how did y'all work to play off of that on the perimeter?
Ayoka.
Yeah, I think it was just about getting ball movement and knowing when to post up, and then just being, I guess, in rhythm with the guards and just their movement on the perimeter, and then just being aggressive, being physical when I could get touches. Yeah.
I think towards the beginning of the game, I think that was more on the guards, on us. We didn't do a good job of that. We were just relying too much on Aoki. And I think as the game went on, I think we just, got a little bit cleaner in our offense, better in our cuts. But I think that we showed a lot of good things today, and it's a lot of things that we can take forward, to work on. But that's obviously something we need to focus on some more, because obviously everyone knows that Ayoka Lee is incredible. She brings a lot of focus to every team that we're going to play against. So, it's just up to us guards to pick it up a little bit when we can't get it into her.
Far right.
Throughout the first half and the first half of the third quarter, Texas was shooting really well, and then all of a sudden they go cold. They missed 10 straight shots. What changed defensively for you to be able to make that happen and get back in the game?
Ayoka.
Yeah, I think we just had to stick to the game plan and just get more aggressive on defense, contest, be more aggressive on the switches, and just keep our eyes forward. I think, not dwell on the possessions where we didn't get a stop. But yeah, I think just continuing to keep going. I think we played our zone really well, and being locked into that and the switching defenses was important. Yeah.
Gabby.
I think just sticking to the game plan. I thought we had probably our best talk defensively that we've had in quite a while. Coach Middy gets onto us a lot to make adjustments in the game amongst ourselves. And I think after he got onto us about that in the beginning of the game, we did a really good job of talking to each other, making changes, and just making sure that we knew that we were all on the same page, and it really showed in our defense.
Third row left.
For both Gabby and Ayoka, you got some basketball still in front of you. What would you say most excites you about the potential of this team in the NCAA tournament?
Gabby, we'll let you go first.
Obviously, if we play like we did today, there's a lot of basketball ahead for us. Just as many games as we can play. We just got to, get back to Manhattan, get back to work, rest our bodies a little bit. But, everything we want is still in front of us, so we're just going to get after it.
Ayoka.
Yeah, I think going off of what Gabby said, I think just the opportunity to get back out and compete is what I'm excited for, and I think what the rest of our team is excited for. I think we've, like, even after the loss today, we've put ourselves in a good position to continue to be playing this season. So just taking advantage of that and getting out there and competing, yeah.
All right, back to the right, second row.
This for Gabby and Ayoka both. Briley and Ziana really took the defensive assignment on Madison Booker in the fourth quarter, pressing her at half court. Could you just talk about their intensity?
Gabby?
Yeah, I think obviously Madison Booker, she's an incredible player. So it takes a lot of people to stop her. And I think just having different people come in off the bench to, give her different looks, I think was really helpful for us. Zai and Bri are both incredible defenders, so they were really able to get up there and bother her at times. And that came up big for us.
Ayoka?
Yeah, I think Gabby said it really well, but yeah, I never have a question on if Briley or Zai are going to guard. Like, they're great defenders, and they come in with, like, the intensity that we need, and they're going to do their job and do it well. So, yeah, proud of how they fought and played defense tonight.
For both of you, you've been through some battles. You've been grinding for quite a while now. I'm just curious if there's any question that this team will be able to put this game behind them for the NCAA tournament, because you've been through all the battles all year.
I think every game there's something we can learn from it. So I think we're going to take what we can learn from this one and use it as motivation to compete for 40 minutes and to get back in the gym and work on the things we need to work on. And then whoever we have in the tournament, give them our best shot for as long as we can.
Gabby?
Yeah, I don't think that anybody's hanging their head about this game that we played today. I think that we proved that we're one of the best teams in the country, just like Texas is. We had moments where, a couple plays could have gone a different way, and maybe we could have came out with a win today. So I don't think anybody is going to be holding on to this in the way of we're hanging our head or anything like that. I think this will motivate us and just prove to us that we can play with anybody in the country, and we're excited to do that.
Okay, time for one more for student athletes, middle left.
This is for both Ayoka and Gabby. Ayoka mentioned that you guys can learn something from every game. What's sort of the biggest thing that you can learn from this game and take it into the tournament?
Gabby?
I think we did a lot of good things today. I think one of the good parts of this game was we proved that we can rebound. We were probably outsized in a lot of positions playing Texas, and we really stuck to the game plan, and I thought we did a really, really good job on the boards. Even just our different defenses that we went to, our 12, our man, I think we did a lot of great things. Execution on offense, obviously, those are still things that we need to get better on. Coming out of timeouts and executing things like that, we can always get better in that. So I think we did a lot of good things today that will help us moving forward.
Ayoka?
Yeah, I think those good things should give us confidence in a lot of areas, and I think we need to step into that confidence sooner and believe that we can rebound even when we're undersized. I also think just making those in-game adjustments too is one thing that I think we can do sooner and we can do quicker. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Thank you, student athletes. Have coaches questions for Coach Mittie now. Middle right.
Coach, obviously you guys now await your fate for the selection committee, but I'm just curious as to maybe why you think your team should be one of those top 16 seeds.
Well, I think I think a couple things that when I look at our victories, so, and I don't know where, I've looked at some of the projected stuff, but Iowa looks to be a 1 or a 2 seed. We've got a road victory there. We've got a road victory over Texas, who right now is kind of in that same boat. We've got a road victory at Baylor. We've got, I think we've got a lot on our resume that a lot of people don't have. And this league has been very good. So I think that I think the overall body of work that we've put together, I think is pretty good. And we played, you'd have to look it up, but because of the unbalanced schedule in the Big 12, we played 2 games versus Texas, 2 games versus Oklahoma, 2 games versus Kansas, 2 games versus Iowa State. And those things, when you take into factor of the unbalanced schedule, and you play 7 of those games without Ayoka Lee, you see how dominant she was. So, yeah, I think we've got a good case. Yeah.
Far left, front row.
Coach, you just mentioned Ayoka. Obviously, Texas was focused on stopping her, and yet she scored more than half of your points in the first half. Just talk about her value to your team, broad sense, and even tonight.
Well, from an X's and O's standpoint, she's creates a lot of gravity where teams have to really gravitate towards her. If they don't, she's going to win most one-on-one matches. She talks about what we're constantly talking to her about, which is have good timing with your post-up. Guards have to deliver the ball on time, those things. When she does that, she's as good as anybody in the country at that position. Defensively, she's probably not moving as well as she was, prior to the injury. That has probably taken her some time to come back from, but she's close. She's closer. And so that's on the court. Now, off the court, this young lady's as good a leader, as good a representative of Kansas State. She sees the big picture. She understands about investing into the younger players. She understands the importance of the locker room. She understands the importance of taking this game in proper perspective and being disappointed with it, but taking it into the locker room and saying, hey, we play like this. I don't worry about our locker room. I don't worry about that we're going to show up and practice hard the next practice. Those don't even cross my mind. This group has done it all year long, and what I do think this team's got to learn from this is that we've got to come out of the gates better. We're coming out of the gates and putting ourselves in a hole. Our communication isn't as good early until we have problems. Those things need to get better, but Ayoka Lee is really, really good at all the above.
Okay, we're gonna go here first, then we're gonna go middle, left, and then back to the platform. So please.
Coach, there after you battle all the way back to get a lead, did your team run out of gas? Did it lose focus? Did Texas just respond well? And then how do you contextualize that with the work they did to get back into the game?
No, I don't think we didn't run out of gas. We didn't run out of gas. There were a couple critical plays in that stretch that went the other way, and Texas made some big plays. We had some plays that we made some big plays. It just the ebbs and flows of the game that happen, and there were some critical plays in that stretch that we didn't make.
Middle, left.
Coach, you mentioned the talent in this league, and you played Texas 3 times. You played a lot of the top teams in this league. How much does that help you guys heading into the tournament, and how much do those games sort of help you prepare for the tournament throughout the year?
Well, I think I think playing good people prepares you. I think competing the way this team has competed all year prepares you. When you get to the tournament, just like this tournament, we didn't worry about where we were seated. We took them off the bracket. We'll do the same with the NCAA tournament because everybody's got the same opportunity. And we'll have to play well to beat whoever we play. Doesn't matter. I've been on the 11 seed or, I've been seated in those things. We've got a good basketball team, but we have to play well. And in order to advance, you've got to go in the tournament and play well against whoever your matchup is. And that'll be critical for us to do.
On the platform in the back.
Coach, it seemed like Texas was doing a good job of clogging the lane in the first half and even in the second half, even with all the attention on Ayoka. Just what was the adjustment like to try to get the guards and open those lanes for the?
We were standing around way too much offensively. The dribble was, and that was the thing that we didn't want to make a lot of hard cuts. And Texas does a good job of being physical. So it's not going to be a 5-on-0 cut. You got to be physical. And we just seemed to be standing around. I thought both Briley and Jay were standing too much. Actually, I thought all the guards were standing too much. I could go down the list of all of them. Gabby said it. That was one of the things. I'm like, this is not what we talked about in our flow offense. We wanted to really back cut more. We wanted to get more 7 cuts against them because they like to hedge. I think what you saw in the second half was us pushing tempo and us getting more cutting, which got the ball moving. And I thought Lee did a fantastic job of being able to post up without us having to call plays every trip. Because you can call plays for Lee every trip, but then Texas has the opportunity to organize their help side, organize where that's coming from. Second half, much better ball movement, much better player movement.
Okay, we have time for 2 more, and Arnie, I'll get to you, I promise, but we're going to go front row right here.
Yeah, Jeff, obviously a tremendous team. You've been through the battles this year. What kind of luxury is it to know that you don't have to worry about the mindset of your women on this team right now, and just the fact that they're going to come back, get back to work, and be ready for the tournament?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, that part's been great all year. This has been one of my favorite teams to coach. Right now the disappointment of losing today is pretty fresh. So, I'll appreciate it later, but now we're, I'm sure, getting on that bus and getting back to the hotel. This is going to be a team that's really disappointed that they don't have the opportunity to play tomorrow. We know we're going to get to play down the road, but we're not going to get to play tomorrow. There's going to be a championship game tomorrow night, and we fell a little bit short, and that's hard to swallow right now.
Okay, last one from Arnie, middle left.
Yeah, after the Texas Tech game and then these 2 games here, do you feel like you guys have maybe turned a corner a little bit and gotten back to what you were?
I don't think there's any doubt.
Earlier?
I don't think there's any doubt. Anybody that watch these games, I don't think there's any doubt. We got a 25-point road win, which doesn't happen very often in the Big 12. We beat an outstanding West Virginia team. And then we went wire to wire here, got down early, obviously, but so maybe not wire to wire, but we went toe to toe 40 minutes here, and none of it was easy for either team. And so I don't think there's any doubt. Lee is as close. I said this coming in, this, we said this last week. This is as healthy we've been. Health isn't just the games. It's her being able to practice. It's her being able to do the things. She wasn't able to practice at any point during the regular season. We were just resting her for games after the injury. She was finally able to practice full coming into this tournament, and so I feel like we're as healthy physically as we can be, and feel like we have gotten back to playing really, really solid basketball.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.